Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This morning what I'm going to do is teach you how to do what's called the butterfly stitch, and I have the example here. Isn't it beautiful? I have seen projects made with this. Personally, I've not made a full project yet, but do plan on doing that. I think this is a project that would make a beautiful scarf. And also would make a beautiful afghan. So I'm going to show you how to do this, and I hope you enjoy the video. Now I would recommend doing this stitch because you have to use, well, what I'm using is a 3.5 or an E4. It's a nicer stitch if you use a fine yarn. This one right here I did with the Karen Simply Soft White, and this one is almost too thick, but it's personal preference again. So what I'm going to do is set this back here, and I'm going to use a ball of yarn that I got in some of the Meals Ends bags. So this is a fine yarn. You see it's not very thick. So this is the one that I'm going to use to demonstrate. Now what I did here is I chained a total of 46, and this would be the accurate size for a scarf or just like a wrap to go around your neck. I would use for decoration purposes around my neck, to be honest. And you see right here where these rows right here are connected all together in the middle. Now when we get to that point, you don't want to make that really tight. This one right here on the end is perfect, but I did get these to a little snug on purpose. I wanted to show you the difference. So you see how kind of this one right here will roll up a little bit. That's because these ones right here are just a little snug, but see this one, these two lay flat. Okay, so I'll explain that as I go. So what you need to do is chain 46. Okay, and when you do that, pick the video back up and follow me on instruction there. So I'm going to zoom in a bit. Now what you're going to do is you're going to count 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, and in that fourth one, you're going to do a shell of 2 double crochet. So you're going to, well, let's get the whole stitch in there. So you're going to yarn over 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're going to go into that 4th stitch, and you're going to do 2 double crochet in the same stitch. Okay. Then you're going to chain 2, 1, 2. Then you're going to go back in that same stitch for 3 double crochet. So 1, 2, whoops, and 3. Oh, my fingers are iffy this morning. Alright, so here you have your shell. Now, what you're going to do at this point, you're going to chain 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And don't do these too tight. Okay, so now you're going to scooch this over a bit. You see how that one stitch is coming out from behind there? If you don't scooch this, you're going to lose that stitch in your count. So now what you're going to do is skip 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You're going to skip 13 and go into the 14, and you're going to repeat that process. You're going to do a shell. So you're going to do 2 double crochet, okay, so there's 2, and you're going to chain 2, and then you're going to put 3 double crochet in the same stitch. So there's 2, and then there's 3. Now you can do this in less than the stitch count that I've started with, but I wanted to give you at least 3 good, or 2 whole stitches here. And to be honest with you, you have to complete the butterfly. So these 2 sections, I can't even get you in my camera here, it forms like a butterfly shape. So those 2 together, and then these 2 together will form it. So you have to have it incomplete. You could do 2 sections. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you could just do it 2, but you can't do it 3. Okay. So again, now you're going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You're going to do this process again. So pull that over and count 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, go into that 14th stitch for a double crochet. And I am going slower because it's a bit more difficult to stretch that long way there. Okay, so do 2 double crochet here, chain 2. Wow, I have got some serious finger issues this morning, don't I? Alright, now go back in that same space for 3 double crochet. It's 2, and that's 3. Okay, so you're going to do this if you've chained 46. I'll grab my knot out of here. If you chained 46, you're going to do this a total of 4 times. So let's do our chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And you're going to skip your last 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think I got one too many. No, I don't either. You'll go into that last stitch for a double crochet. Foundation row is always tedious to do. Chain 2. And then you're going to do 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out and let you see what I've got so far. Oh, shooey. Can't even operate my cam. You guys are going to laugh at me with this video. Okay, so this is what you have so far, and don't worry about the bottom part. It will straighten out. Okay, so now we're going to move on to row 2. Sorry, untangling my yarn here. Now what you're going to do at this point, you're going to chain 1, and you're going to turn your work. Zoom back in here. Okay, now you're going to slip stitch in each of the first 3 double crochet. So including the one you're in, you're going to do a slip stitch. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so what that's doing is it's not adding stitches, it's just moving the stitches on your hook. Now you're going to slip stitch into that chain 2 space. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to do your shell inside this same chain 2 space. So you're going to do 2 double crochet, same thing we've been doing. Okay, chain 2, and then 3 double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so you're at the point now where you're going to chain 7 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, Now you're just going to repeat that 3 more times. So you're going to jump this, and you're going to go directly into here in this next chain 2 space. Okay, and you're going to do your shell. So there's 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 3 double crochet. Okay, so you're going to do that to the end. So you have 2 more times to do that. So you're going to chain 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then you're going to jump to your next chain 2 space and do your shell. Chain 7, jump to the last chain 2 space and do your shell, and I'll be right back. Alright, I have gotten to the end here. Now for row 3, you're going to chain 1 and turn. All we're going to do here is we're going to repeat the same process. You're going to insert your crochet hook into that first one, and you're going to do a slip stitch. The next one, slip stitch, and the third one, another slip stitch. Okay? And then what you're going to do, you're going to slip right into that chain 2 space and chain your 3. Okay? Then you're going to do 2 double crochet in that same chain 2 space. Chain 2, and then 3 double crochet. Okay, so again, you're just going to go all the way across and do the same thing we did last row. Okay, and then here you're going to chain your 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you're going to jump across and you're going to do your next shell. Okay, so you'll do that all the way to the end. Alright, so here's what we have so far. Now comes the part where we're going to join these. Okay, so for row 4, you're going to slip stitch in each of the first 3 double crochet. So you're going to turn, you're going to slip into the first one like we've been doing, slip into the second, and slip into the third. And you're also going to slip into the chain 2, of course. Now you're going to chain you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now you're going to do your shell of 2 double crochet here. So there's your 2. Then your 2 single crochet, and then do your 3 doubles. All in the same chain 2 space. Okay, now you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now what you're going to do is work down through your rows. You're going to pick the middle stitch. Okay, so you're going to insert your hook in that middle one. And I find this easier. I'm not sure how to do the view so you can see it best, but I find it easier when I turn it up on its side and let that go for a second. Okay, so I have it in the first one. I'm going to move down to the next row, and I'm going to insert, with this one still on my hook, I'm going to insert in the center stitch there. I'm going to repeat it here. So now you'll have 3 of these on your hook. Now your bottom one, remember, has 13, so you're going to go into the center one of that one. Okay, now you're going to hold those with your thumb or however you feel most comfortable doing. You're going to grab your yarn and you're going to just pull through all of those except for the top stitch. Then you're going to complete your single crochet there and then turn it back up. Okay, that's your first butterfly. Now what you're going to do is you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. You're going to work your next shell as normal. So you're going to do, see, you don't want to get them too tight. So you want to do your shell of 2 double crochet, chain 2, and then 3 double crochet. Okay, now you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And you lay it back out. I'm going to turn mine up on its side again. Then I'm going to reach into the middle of each row. Make sure you grab under the 2 hoops too still, so it helps out with the security of it. You get down to the bottom one. Okay, now I'm going to grab my yarn, grab my piece, and I'm going to yarn over, and I'm going to gently pull through all except for the last hoop, yarn over, pull through both. Okay, now you're going to repeat this one more time. So you're going to chain 3, then you're going to reach over to your next shell and make a shell. So you're going to do 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 3 double crochet in that chain 2 space. Okay, now you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go up on the side again and let that go. Go in the centers once again. So I've got 3 there now. Okay, I'm going to go around and grab my yarn, and I'm going to very loosely pull through all but the last one, and then complete my single crochet. Okay, so that is very simple. And again, sometimes it's hard to do these, to get them loose when you've got so much on your hook. So you can stretch those out a bit. It's not a big deal. Okay, now you see how much smaller this one is. It's hard to see on camera, but this one is quite a bit smaller because I used a fine yarn. Let's see if I can get that. See the comparison there. So basically what you'll do here is you'll chain your 3, and then you'll go to your last chain 2 space and do your last shell. Chain 2, and then the other half is your 3 double crochet. Okay, so that completes your first layer of butterflies. Okay, now what you're going to do for rows 5 through 7 is you're going to repeat row 2. So you're going to go back up and you're going to remake each row. So you're going to chain 1, you're going to turn, and then you're just going to slip stitch in the first 3, and then in the chain 2 space, then you'll chain your 3, and then you just work your shells all the way across. Okay, so basically you're just going to start repeating this now, and you're just going to do this to the desired length. And once you get your 4 rows, then you're going, or your 3 rows, yeah, I believe it's going to be, it's either 3 or 4 rows per section. And then you join them by the butterfly. Okay, and then you're just going to keep repeating that. So go back to the part of the video here that takes you through row 2, and it will refresh it for you and tell you how to just go back and do the same thing across again. Okay, so this is the butterfly stitch. I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any further questions, leave them in the comment box below, and I will do my best to help you and answer your questions, okay? So until the next video, guys, if you have any stitch requests also, feel free to leave those in my description box. I'm more than happy to do requests like that. So until next video, guys, happy hooking.